Many people think there's no engine fires in Microsoft Flight Sim, but I'm here to tell you otherwise. Let's get into it. So simply enough, what you just saw with the engine fires is an add-on called RealFX. Now this add-on has been out for quite a while now and has a lot of features that we're going to go over all of them. It was only $7. Now it only has 14 reviews and it doesn't get enough coverage. Yes, there are videos on YouTube about it. You can see the vapor on the wing there. I don't think it gets enough coverage because this is the first time I bought it, which was just the other day, and it is very cool so far. So let's get in here. I have it for the 747. It's available for many other planes. Let's start at Orlando. We'll go through the different features it has and then we'll get back to the engine fire because that's obviously the coolest part. So here we are loaded into flight. As you can tell, we are in 2020. So this is where you can enable and disable everything. Brake smoke, contrails, engine jet blast, APU smoke. There's a ton of things, as you can see, but a lot of these things have to do with adverse weather. So we're going to go to rain, and let me get these clouds a little higher so we can actually see what's going on. But if you can't tell already, we can actually see the water being pushed by our engines at idle, which it looks maybe a little bit exaggerated, or maybe a little, they're just kind of moving fast, but it's very cool. Now also, in front of our engines, one thing that should work, I will do this, I will hold the brakes as we throttle up. Oh, now that is, okay, wait, let's watch this again. Here, are we ready again? Throttle up. Oh yeah. Okay, so there it is as you throttle up. Oh, it's a little bit weird. It's not perfectly positioned. As you can see, it's behind our like intake here, kind of going straight through it. Move around here a little bit to try to get a better perspective. Here's the one for, I mean, that's cool. Like even the sizes of them are different. The engine that's higher, it's higher. The engine that's lower, it's lower. Now this is cool. That looks much better. So we're at 100% throttle, well, 84, close to 100%, close enough. Now, one thing that a lot of the airliners are missing is vapor on the wings when you take off. I'm not sure how much you all have flown in real life, but a lot of times, especially when the weather is more like this, you can see these little tornadoes even move with us. I wonder how long. Okay, there they go. I was about to say, at some point, there's going to be too much air for them. But oh, there's some vapor. Oh my gosh. How cool is this add-on? I made the clouds a little bit higher for us so we can actually see what's going on here. Yeah, look, like even the water coming off the landing gear, I think that's better than default. Default, there's some kind of animation there, but it does not look like this. Like, look at that. Come on, get the nose up. There we go. Oh my gosh. Ignore the terrible takeoff. It's irrelevant at the moment. Oh, and then look at the vortices coming off. Oh my, that actually might be, that looks so good. Even like the condensation of the engine, whatever that's called, was like the pressure buildup. Oh my gosh. Okay, then there, that goes away. Vapor went away. Look at this. If this isn't worth $7, I don't know what is. It would be cool if you could buy it and it would work on all planes exactly the same, but that is freaking cool. Okay, so we have slew moded up to 20-some thousand feet to look at the contrails, which are also done in this add-on. And that looks so much better than the default contrails in Microsoft Flight Sim. So again, this add-on does like almost everything you can think of. I do want to give a little bit of screen time to each one. So let's go down. I want to see, supposedly there's brake smoke and supposedly the landing lights are better as well. So we're gonna try both of those. So again, like I said, landing lights, I think we go get a little bit of moisture in the air so that we can actually see them better. Okay, so we have our landing lights on here, obviously. They're supposed to be like volumetric and stuff. Honestly, to me, maybe these look a little better than default, but I'm not seeing anything crazy. Let's get lower to the ground just to give it a better chance, you know? Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Now you can see them. Okay, they are looking better now. Once we get low to the ground, oh, They just kind of disappeared. Did y'all see that? They were there and kind of disappeared all of a sudden. So one of the other effects that I mentioned, also my joystick just had an aneurysm and we spent like 20 minutes trying to fix everything. So that's no fun. None of my buttons work except aileron and elevator on my joystick. So pardon the bad camera angles. Smoke from the gear when you slam on the brakes is supposed to be visual. We are going to see how exactly that looks. Again, like I said, pardon the camera angles. I will try to land from this weird perspective and we will slam on the brakes and hope that we can see stuff. Here we go. That is full brakes. Can we see smoke? Come on, brakes. Come on. You know what? Let's go parking brake as well. And maybe we need to be slower, but I'm still not seeing anything. So smoke from the brakes appears to be a no-go. Okay, so for our finale, we're gonna do the engine fire. Now, to do that, you go to aircraft selection like normal, then over here on the left, failures. This was doing this last night as well. See how it just says name? I don't know what the bug is. I think if you go down further, yeah. So once you get down further, they don't just say name on them. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So it says fire here. It doesn't specify the engine, doesn't specify anything else, but you can have it fail in whatever time frame you want. So we'll do 3 minutes and 5 minutes for this engine, if that's a specific engine, even though there's no way to tell. And for this one, we will do between 5 minutes, just to make sure they happen at different times, 7 minutes for that engine fire. And then this one, we'll just have it, the third one we have here, we'll just make it go straight off the bat. So right when we load in, we should be, and then here's the fourth one. So is this engine 1, 2, 3, and 4? I assume so. This one we'll do basically as we're taking off, we'll do 1 minute to 2 minutes. What do we think there? I think that's a good idea. Probably a horrible idea actually, but we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we have loaded in. And here is tons of smoke coming off either engine 3 or 4 or both. It's kind of hard to tell. Now, what I've noticed is the fire doesn't show up until you slew mode and then go back on the ground. So now the fire shows up. I can't imagine that's intentional because why wouldn't it show up on the ground? Engine 3 and 4, as you can see, are not putting out as much thrust. Overall, though, the smoke or the fire does look pretty good. We'll look at it very up close after we land. I'm curious if they'll just go all the way to nothing or if they'll remain having a little bit of thrust the whole time. Now, this asymmetric thrust is really making it more difficult to take off. And we have some flying at slightly a weird angle here. But there it is. There's the fires in air and the smoke is building up behind. It's not a crazy amount of smoke. If you pay attention down here to 3 and 4, we're still losing power as we go. Now, one thing we do need to do is keep flying for at least a little while because engine 1 and 2 are also going to catch on fire, but just not quite as fast. How's being in the sim going? Not bad. Oh, wait. Replay that, Zyph. Engine 1 has officially caught fire. Here we go. We have 1 engine producing normal thrust, 2 that are basically at idle, and 1 that is losing thrust as we go. I think we go full flaps now. Again, my controls are not working, so I'm having to do everything in the cockpit like this, which makes everything much, much harder. This is going good for our 747. Here we go. A little bit of speed brakes. Nothing crazy. We're very high. We're going to make it happen though, guys. I think we go full speed brakes. We're very light here. The 747 weighs, we did a fuel dump. Not really, but we're going to pretend like it. I guess I should land from the inside so I don't look like an idiot. Steep, steep, steep approach. Pulling back. There's the... Oh, actually, smooth touchdown. Exterior view. Can we stop? We got some reversers going. Full brakes. Full reversers. Now 4 engines on fire. All 4 of them. And there we go. Okay, so let's look at these fires up close. Again, there's some limitations to this sim as far as how good, you know, animations for certain things can be. But like, I mean, this is not half bad. It shows you at least what's possible if Microsoft decided to not bow to all the airplane manufacturers. But this is in the official item shop, so it seems weird, right? If manufacturers didn't want their planes on fire or whatever the case is, you would think Microsoft would have to follow those guidelines for planes in the in-game shop as well. But I guess not. And I think for $7, honestly, if you fly one specific plane a lot, this add-on is going to be hard to beat.